Hello friends, those back pages here. I hope you're well. Since the last time we spoke, I've been doing a lot of thinking about records and collecting records. And I've spoken with numerous one of you. Boy, I can't talk tonight. I've spoken with many of you who have reached out to me and said you've been collecting for a while and you've given your input and it's been very helpful. And I don't know, maybe I need to temper my expectations because man, it's a lot. And I get that. I mean, music has been around much for a very long time, and so much of music is so subjective, even more so than cards. Like, to say for cards, oh, I just baseball, I don't have any interest in any other sports. That's fine, and absolutely nothing wrong with that. And you can, as you see the Ty Cobb there, you can relate to that. You can relate to Jose Canseco. You can relate to Shohei Ohtani and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and Tatis, now all the current guys, all the old Babe Ruth, all the old guys, and everything in between. But then when you start looking at music, they're and again, this might be because of my age, my demographic or whatnot, but I know all the Beatles records. I know all the Pink Floyd records, Led Zeppelin. Not so much the Elvis or the Sinatra. It's not really my speed. But then you've got like the current, Billie Eilish and stuff like that, and everything in between. Even go back hundreds of years to the classical music and blues and jazz, and there's just so much. It's funny. You go to YouTube and you well, you're watching this on YouTube, but you look around, and reaction videos. I think a lot of them are staged. I have a really difficult time believing that someone can do a reaction video. I never heard the Beatles before. I'm doing a reaction video, for Let It Be. I've never heard that song before. I mean, really? I mean, I don't know. I never heard Comfortably Numb before, so I'm doing a reaction video. Alright, I guess. And again, that just might be a me thing. I'm sure others agree. But, it is what it is, and today, actually, I was in another part of town doing some non-hobby related stuff. So I took my phone out and I went to Google. I guess I could have asked Siri, but I went to Google and I put in record stores near me. Sure, why not? There are no card stores near me, but probably a good half dozen or so. Maybe 5. I didn't count it, but out here on Long Island. There's probably more if I stretch the range out a little further. So I went to one, and it was clean. It wasn't, your stereotypical, comic book guy sitting behind the counter, dirty records everywhere. And, I had to look around, and, I was greeted as I came in. I appreciate that. And, my standard answer when I go to these types of places is, yeah, I'm just having a look around. So, I did. And I noticed that obviously there's a lot of records. That goes without saying. But you know, records that have like Thriller, Michael Jackson's Thriller, sold millions and millions and millions and millions of copies. Sgt. Pepper by the Beatles has sold millions and millions and millions of copies. The store didn't have either of those records. They're on CD, but this is not. I'm not looking for CDs, and I'm not. And again, that's another topic we can have another time, because I think the CD thing will come back around again, especially the long box. But that's a video for another day. But to think that they made millions and millions of these, and I get it. This is one small, local record store, but they didn't have that. They didn't have. I started going through all the classics that you can think of. They didn't have that. And that's okay. I didn't like, oh man, I can't believe you didn't have that. I didn't say anything like that. But it just, like, they made so many of these, a lot of them gone. They're in collections, I guess. I don't know. So, I was going A to Z on the different, seeing what would catch my eye, see what they had. They had mostly a lot of new releases, like new issues, like sealed. And I didn't see any color vinyl at all of what there's a Doors LA Woman. They made a white vinyl pressing that I'd like to own. With this again, like I really, I really want to, not pump the brakes, tap the brakes, and really, so I went to the Pink Floyd section, and they had this. Let me see if I can get this on the. Whoops. They had this, and this is Dark Side of the Moon, for those of you that don't know. And, it's, I don't know, I guess I could Google that and see if it means anything. It has a sticker on the jacket, barcode sticker. And, it was, $20. And I guess they got that in on 9/11. So they got it in a week ago. Didn't even notice that. But anyway, I briefly, I guess we could do kind of an unboxing here. I took it out of the sleeve. It's a regular generic sleeve, and I quickly looked in it. I didn't totally take everything out. It comes with original packaging. I don't know what this is. Obviously, this is not a first pressing or anything of the like. This is a poster that's torn. Oh, I'm obviously not going to open that on camera, but and it's got the EMI Harvest. Again, I don't know anything about grading these things or the condition of these things, but it looked pretty good. I can look up I learned about the dead stock there. Obviously not going to spend the time here on video, but $20. Why not? $20. You get all that, whatever that poster is, as I knock everything over. No shock there. And like I said, I could probably Google that number. I don't think there's anything else. There isn't. There's nothing else in there. But so, and it doesn't say it on the spine or anything. But anyway, the point being, It was 20 bucks. What is 20 bucks anymore? Honest and truly, I was watching, doing, quote unquote research, like studying and however you want to phrase it, about records, watching some, like, my top 10 expensive records in my collection. That seems to be a very popular thing in the vinyl community. And I don't mean to laugh out of making fun of, but when you watch these things, like, my number 2 record is worth $300. It's like, okay, that's not that there's anything wrong with that, but I guess we just come from different worlds. $300 is not a little bit of money, but not a lot of bit of money either. And I was watching another video where the creator was complaining about, records are so expensive now. Like, pre-pandemic records were 2 years ago, records are so much cheaper. Like the pandemic and this and that and this. And, this copy of Dark Side of the Moon, which is might be from the 80s, I don't know, I'll look it up. But it was 20 bucks. 2 years ago, was this 10 bucks, 8 bucks, probably. But, 2 years ago, I could buy a blaster of just about anything I wanted for 20 bucks. Those days are done. At least for the near future. So, it's all relative. But, for 20 bucks, I'm getting this nice jacket. This might be, sacrilegious to say or whatnot, but, I don't have any interest in playing the vinyl. I don't have a turntable. I don't have the space, the proper music room space to actually set it up and enjoy it. So what I want you to do, and I think this is pretty much anyone who is watching this, especially the hobby people, I want you to Google, record shops near me. And I want you to go to a record shop. I want you to have a look around. I want you, especially if you're into the classic rock stuff, see what kind of selection, Floyd, Zeppelin, Beatles, Stones, The Who, see what kind of selection your local shop has as far as, used vinyl. And, one other thing, this is a card channel, so I do have one card that I got in the mail. And it's been kind of slow. I've been doing, like many of you, I've been doing a lot of losing auctions. But I did get this Fine 9 Jordan Alvarez CSG with subgrades. There you see 9.5, 9.9, and 8.5. I'm sure if I look it over, I can find the surface issue. But, and again, for those of you, not, on the fence about CSG, absolutely no worries buying CSG. I mean, try to get the ones with the subgrades, because without all that white space, it does look a little bit better, but I think that's just a wee bit, a wee bit too much nitpicking for me to be complaining about, the white space. And another thing I want to add is, like, this green isn't as prevalent in person as it is on the internet. Maybe not so bad in video, but when you see scans and pictures on eBay and stuff, it's a little overplayed, a little overestimated and complaining about it. But I mean, these cases are, very sturdy. here's the the pause for you guys. It feels very good in the hand, but it's there's a scratch on this. I guess maybe that's on the card. It doesn't look like it's on the case, so maybe that's the surface issue. But again, this was $25 for pretty much whoever graded this. I don't know if the person I purchased it from graded it, but whoever graded this probably paid about $22 to have it graded all in, everything included, because they do charge more for the subgrades. But again, this is a great buying opportunity for this brand, this company, because they're still looked down upon. Oh, the prices end so low, I'm not subbing to them, blah 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 blah. Well, as someone who likes to purchase other people's mistakes, because it's only mint, it's only a 9. As I've been saying a lot lately, you cry, I buy. And yeah, this is a really good looking card, actually. I think now is a good time to buy some Alvarez if you don't have any. This is the first Alvarez I've ever intentionally purchased. I mean, I've gotten some in packs over the years, but again, this is for almost the cost of grading. I now own this fine 9 in the collection. So yeah, I mean, and like I said, it was getting fine 9s for the old price of a blaster. Is that that's pretty good. I mean, that's pretty good in my opinion. I mean, I was thinking about this a lot lately too. Like, $20 ain't what it used to be. We don't really get much for that anymore. So I think I'm gonna wrap it up here, and I really want you guys to give me some input on your local record shops. Like maybe this is just a localized thing, an isolated thing because of my area. I'm going to try to get to some of the other record stores and see. And again, this record collecting ocean is very vast. It's a lot bigger than the card collecting ocean. So it might be in my best interest just to try to temper my involvement in it. But I do enjoy like looking locally at Target and whatnot for some exclusive colored vinyl. I picked up the 10 in purple vinyl, the Appetite for Destruction in red vinyl, and I'm looking for some other albums that are classic to me in colored vinyl. And again, that's going to be subjective because everybody's idea of what is and what is not good, it's a lot more subjective in music than it is in sports. So again, I appreciate your involvement in my little community here. I appreciate your input. I appreciate you spending your time listening to me, ramble on, about these various topics and stuff that I like to talk about. So, and until next time, remember that you matter and to be kind.